Hey everybody, welcome to RiverCity-Media. It's still real to me. I'm D. Howard Channing along with QB1 Randall Cunningham, and our special guest tonight is the mountaintop, Austin Everest. Austin, thanks for joining us tonight.
You're welcome. I thought I'd come down, give the greatest wrestler in the world, let you guys experience my presence. Just so good.
We sure do appreciate it, and we appreciate your time, and I hope you is able to get the check that RiverCity-Media sent you to join us.
I did get it. I thought it was a little light for the mountaintop, being number one on top's kind of pricey.
Well, we don't have a big budget, but we threw what we had. Carson Drake broke us a couple weeks ago, so we were trying to build back up.
Yes, sir.
I see.
It takes a lot of money to get a lot of people on here, and when Carson Drake basically broke the bank, it broke us too.
Yeah.
I'll let it slide this time, but I expect that Carson Drake money. It's me.
We'll get you next time. We'll get you back. I promise.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
QB, I know you got a lot of questions, so I'm just going to go ahead and go straight to you, man.
Hey, and we've talked a lot about Jacobs Pritchard, and what if you want to be a pro wrestler, you start there. The mountaintop is a Jacob Pritchard's graduate in a special class that had Prince Gabriel in it and Johnny Faith in it. Mountaintop, tell us a little bit about sitting at the seat of Dr. Tom Pritchard.
It was amazing. I enjoyed my time there, and I love working with Tom because he's one of the people like I get to sit down with. I bounce ideas off of him, and he gives it to me like straight up. And if a lot of people's help me and give me notes, and I like it when people tell me what's real. And I had this conversation with someone recently. I said, I'd rather you tell me if something looked completely awful than you say, kid, that was perfect, you're great. And then I go on thinking, I get a big hit from that, and then someone tells me down the road, that's not great.
Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Tom will never cover that up. He'll give you the feedback as you need it.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's so great about school. People can go down there, they get it straight up, and if they can't take it, they leave.
Some do.
And
What's your with Prince Gabriel and Johnny Faith and a couple of other guys? I think Cortez was in that class. Did that class push you? I know the premier athlete that you are, that you were the top of the class. Gabriel had been working for quite a while when he showed up. Had you been working, or did you start fresh?
I did. I have been working before that. So I started in the St. Louis, Missouri area. But, I just got there and I was looking around. I said, all right, I got some competition here. I got Cortez Allen, the unwritten Justin Tucker, the big old Punjabi killer himself, Herinder. And then I seen Prince Gabriel and Johnny Faith. I said, oh, they got experience. They know what's going on. I looked at them and was like, all right, I'm going to challenge everyone here, but these two I'm going to keep an eye on.
We may have froze up with him. It's our poor internet connection, so he'll jump back on.
I still got him.
Okay, Mountaintop, I lost you for a second. I'm sorry.
Good.
Yes, we're good.
Awesome.
It's my cheap internet. I can't afford the best like some of the stars of the business can.
Right, yeah,
it's because he's having to pay people like yourself and some of these others to come on here.
I know it. It's hard. It's hard to get up that kind of dollarage. Being in an area, you mentioned already St. Louis. That's wrestling royalty out there. Did you grow up on the St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas scene out there, which is always back in my day was probably the greatest territory of the 80s going because you had Harley Race and the Kansas Jayhawk, Bobby Jaggers, and guys like that. In that territory, even today, has World League in it and stuff. So a lot of good wrestling out there in your area.
A lot of good, and I've actually got to work with a lot of wrestlers from those companies. Like I think Blade Lennox is that his name.
Yes.
I got to work with him recently, but I just made him another landslide of embarrassment. But I did get to work with them. I've got to work with a bunch of guys from World League. Herb Simmons is up there. Herb.
Yeah.
I've got to talk to him, and I haven't really got to work for him yet, but every time I talk to him, it's always great to talk to him, and I hear great things about Herb, and so I didn't know much about it. Like when I grew up, I was just watching B because I was in the 2012, 2011, like John Cena's the guy era.
Yeah.
So I watched there. Yeah, well, him and Punk. That's what I grew up on. So I kind of just was like, okay, this is what wrestling is. This is all there is. And that's all I watched until I was like in high school, like first year of high school, watched it. And then I realized there's indies. I was like, what's indies? What is this? And the first time I experienced, I did a security gig at one. And that was the first time I knew what indies was. I was like, what? And I got to do some work with Attila Khan because I was security, and he's just crazy, So it was, yeah, I've kind of just started learning about it these last 4 years. I've been training, but not much.
Do you is there still a level of the old timers that are around the matches now that and I won't call him an old timer, but I guess Trevor Murdoch is the link back to the Harley Races and the Ortons of that generation. Are they still some of the old timers that occasionally come check out a show for you, or have you been able to meet some of them?
I've met Trevor up there in Tennessee at JCP. I haven't got to work World League yet. I'd love to, come down, maybe Carson Drake, make him a landslide of embarrassment, show everyone what the true number one on the mountaintop is. But I've talked to Trevor, and he gives you that old school advice, and him as a bigger guy, I got a lot of information from him that helped me. So I like talking to Trevor.
Hey, Howie, I'll come to you and let you have a moment with the mountaintop. Well, great name, by the way. Not a name. Yeah. Is that original to Andrew Everest, or did you hear somebody using it years ago and just went, "That's good"?
Well, the story. Okay, so there's the mountaintop. I don't know if I should say it, but I'm going to. I stole it from Prince Gabriel because he made it because we were a tag team, and we called ourselves the Mountaintop, and we stopped using it for a little bit. So I was like, I know what I'm going to take because I know what I feel. I feel like I'm the best. I feel like I can be number one. So the Mountaintop, and then Austin Everest. I just wanted to use the last name Everest because when I was growing up in our small town, we have youth camp or church, whatever. And the dude gave us nicknames, and I was like the tallest one there. He called me Everest, like Mount Everest. I was like, that's a pretty good name. Austin Everest. I don't know.
It sounds like a champion. It sounds like a name we'll be hearing for a long time to come. Gabriel, I'm sorry, Howie, I got to take this. One question. You and Prince Gabriel, did you not work a little bit in the Knoxville region too? Smoky Mountain and a couple of places around there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. I worked a lot of Smoky Mountain. Trying to think what I worked up there. It's not been that long.
Where I knew you from was the tag team when you said that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was like, I do know this. I know more about him than he knows I know. All right.
Yeah. Well, that's funny because that was short-lived, but yeah, we did Smoky Mountain a little bit. I don't know if we ever tagged at Smoky Mountain.
I am a YouTube consumer. So if you've ever been on YouTube with a team, I've seen it. So I love wrestling. Especially, we're blessed in this area. I'm in Chattanooga, but you take this whole East Tennessee, Nashville area, we've got some good indie scenes around here. Some good athletes, too.
Definitely, yeah.
Howie, you will be honored, and you can take Mr. Everest and ask him a few questions.
Yes, sir. I sure will. Mountaintop, tell us a little bit about your wrestling style. I know we know you're a big guy, but in today's age, the big guys can do some high flying as well. Is that something you do?
I don't do it all the time, but I can do it. I can do some flying clotheslines, or honestly, I kind of just like to hit hard and fast, and if I slow it down to my pace, I like it. Like, because when you're in the ring with me, it's my ring. You're on my time. We're going to go as slow as I want. If I'm going to want to beat you up for 20 minutes, I'm going to beat you up for 20 minutes. That's just how the mountaintop does, all right? And by the end of it, I'm just going to hit you with a landslide. You can go home as an embarrassment. And it's the end of the day.
Could you kind of describe what the landslide is?
Yeah, absolutely. The landslide is a move that I was taught when I first started. And it's kind of a black hole slam like D'Lo Brown. So I just hold them up and crossbody, and I swing their legs out, and they just hit the mat as hard as I throw them. And sometimes it is a miracle to watch. There's been some good ones.
And as big as you are and strong as you are, I'm sure you can make them hit the mat pretty hard.
Yeah, the best ones are when I catch them and they're surprised. So, pretty good turnaround.
Do you go off the top very often?
No, not often, but there's no one that gets me to my peak level. Like, no one concerns me enough to go to the top, so no one's challenged me to the point where I've had to pull out some of the really good high flying stuff. You know what I mean?
And I kind of touched on this when I took over asking questions. Me and Randy have been around. Randy's been around a lot longer than I have, but we've been watching wrestling. He's been watching it since the 70s. I've been watching it since the early 80s. And used to the big guys, if you was over 6'3", 4, 5, somewhere in there, and 250 to 300 pounds, you didn't think about climbing the rope. You might get to the second turnbuckle there and then jump off of it. But now in today's age, it don't matter how big, how small, how whatever. Everybody's going on that top rope and doing something these days.
Right. Yeah. And I think part of that is the guys that are like my generation. I get told a lot that I'm not very big man style. I don't sell like a big man sometimes. I'm like, I get that. But like when I think about it, I'm like, well, all my guys growing up are like CM Punk, Cena, Sin Cara, like for God's sake, and like just the smaller guys. I saw them, I was like, oh, that's cool, that's me. So now I kind of have to learn a different way, but the sport changes, and I think right now it's. I mean, I don't know. I'm just starting, but like, I think right now it's an interesting era. I mean, you got WWE partnered with TNA. Who would have thought that the world champion would be at WrestleMania? like NWA's got territories coming back. They're firing up on all cylinders. OVW's got Al Snow and just an amazing team back there. I think wrestling's in a great spot because it's everywhere. And like, if you are one of the top guys or companies and you get featured every week on social media, or like you get picked out of the hundreds, thousands of feeds, you're doing something right. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and
it's. I ask a question here, and he brought it up, and I want to follow up with it. There is so many guys. Like, well, let me take for example, the veteran. Up at OVW and Jack. He's or a AJ Kazana or KC Kazana. These guys, you were talking about their local talent, but they're booking on a national level, and that offers opportunities that we didn't have a few years ago.
right, yeah. Anytime.
Have you got to work out of your area much yet?
Yeah, I've been fortunate. So, like, when I first got out of JPWA, I got to travel from my area back to Tennessee. This week, I'm going to go back up to Tennessee for some Crossfire seminars. But I've got to work out of my area a lot, like OVW, JCP. I went to Arkansas, went to Out of Control Wrestling, which is part of our which is part of our UWA organization, where I'm the heavyweight champion of just the best company because I'm there. American Hostile Championship Wrestling. When you're number one on top, no one can touch you. But I went there. And, I try to work everywhere. I try to work as much as I can. I'd like to go make bigger shows, but that takes time.
It does, and that's well said. You have to build to the point of that you're traveling. We have our friend Brandon Toon, who's down in Mexico now. He's 11 years in to get that opportunity to go work full time down in Mexico. So it definitely is a process. Howie, sorry to interrupt you, sir. I'll give you the champ back.
oh no, if the champ don't mind, hold that belt up one more time. Let's see how pretty that thing is.
Absolutely, it's gorgeous.
Absolutely, it sure is.
Do you? I know his next question is going to be: do you wear it to the ring or do you throw it over your shoulder?
It depends. It depends how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling pretty full of myself, which is all the time, I'll put it over my shoulder. I'll hold it above everyone else's head. And if I feel, calm, collected, like, I'll wear it. So I never wear it. I always put it over people's head.
Howie's a definite wear the belt guy.
It's called a championship belt. What are you supposed to do with it? You wear a belt. I'm sorry. That's just one of my things. I'm sorry, guys.
Can do whatever he wants, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He can.
There you go.
Who? I know you said you grew up watching Cena and all those guys, but is there anybody back in the day that you kind of grew up or watched old films of and thought, hey, he's pretty cool. I could take some stuff from him and turn it into some of my stuff.
Yeah, I think everyone says Undertaker, so I'll say him. But like Bruiser Brody, I've been watching a lot of lately, but I also watched a lot of them growing up. Him, I can't think of their names. Terry Gordy. I like Terry Gordy a lot. Tom told me a lot about Terry Gordy. Like, you need to watch him a lot more. I was like, yes, sir.
Yeah, you just made Randall's day, QB1's day, by just mentioning the name of Terry Gordy.
Terry's my friend. When I walk out on my front porch, I look up at his old house. So, and your facials remind me of Terry. I was going to get to that point. So, we hold Terry Gordy and Terry Funk an extra high esteem around this area. So yes, I think you would look very. I think you could work a very similar style to Terry.
That's what Tom school.
Okay,
Well, he's not like old.
Okay, he's back with us now. I did lose him there for a second.
Yeah, Terry worked a mixture of style, but he was what I remember of your film and have seen of your film, Champ. You know how he is talking about top rope, but you're a big man that can move inside the ring without being off your feet. Similar to a Silas Mason, who everybody knows now. Do you get some inspiration from those guys? Big guys work from their feet from a base.
Absolutely, yeah. I get a lot of because I'm okay. Here's a great story because in high school, I did football my last 3 years of high school, and I was like the really fat kid. So like I finally started taking fitness serious. I probably weighed close to 400 pounds. I weigh 280 today. I just couldn't do anything. And like the amount of people I impressed being like freakishly strong and fast, it made everyone scared and like, whoa. So I've always thought like I'm I'm a big guy, but I can move. And I know I can move. So how do I incorporate this into my storytelling, I guess? But a great story at JPWA, Dylan McQueen came up there and we were training. Do you know Dylan McQueen? Because
I do.
Yeah, he's awesome. We were working in the ring doing man in the middle, or that's not what it was. It was Satan drills or something, and we were doing it. And you got to run the ropes, and we were running them 10 times. I just started going, just running as fast as I can. He's keeping up with me. And we got done, and he was impressed. And like I feel like I have a good track record with impressing people because like I'm pretty young in this, but like I'm gonna take every advantage I got and impress people. Try to get to the next stage, push as hard as I can. I don't care if I'm young. I'm gonna act like I ain't got much time with it.
Amen. Go ahead, Mr. He brought up Terry Gordy. You know, anytime the word Terry Gordy comes up on a program on River City Media, I got to start. So I'm sorry.
It's all good. Talking about running the ropes. First time you ran the ropes, how did it feel? Did you kind of get overwhelmed a little bit? Tell us a little bit about that.
That sucked. It went right in my rib. So so I started training with a former student from JPWA, and I worked with him for the first 3 years of my career. I started training with him when I was like 15, 16. I think it was 16. But we went down there. I go there. I'm like, oh, this ain't WWE. It's just a ring and 3 guys. Well, 2 guys and the girl. And we start hitting the ropes, taking bumps. And I wasn't like, which I've seen it from other people. They'll hit it and they'll be like, whoa, this is real. This ain't spring loaded. This ain't padded. Like I'm kind of hurting. I'm like, oh, I like this. Give me more. Like I got a bunch of pictures on my phone from like my ribs or my back bruised from ropes. There's one match I got that I just got completely messed up, and like it's not like I did anything special. It's just I was just tore up, and I thought I like it. I don't care. Took pictures of it. I want more of it.
So the first day you took bumps, how did you feel that next day afterwards?
I was sore. I think I rolled out of bed feeling like I was 50 at 15. So
You know how I feel now every morning.
sometimes I still feel like that, but it depends on the match.
What's the toughest or hardest bump you've taken so far?
Hmm. There's one where we were doing an outside show, and I took a belly to back suplex on the concrete, and it hurt. It was not nice. It was kind of like one of those like, "Ooh, that wasn't nice," but it felt kind of good. But I don't want to get up. I was like, and that might just be me. I might just be sick in the head. But I thought I could take a nap. Is what I thought.
So it's kind of one of those good type of pains, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just messed up, I guess. But you can't fix it then.
Well, that's cool. Being able to do all that stuff is I don't see how y'all do it. I don't see how you do it. Because I can just bump into the door walking through from one room to another, and I'm on the DL for the next 3 months because I've hurt my arm or something like that. And here you are taking belly to back suplexes and all this stuff, belly to belly suplexes on concrete floors, and keep on going.
Yeah, hey, they call me the mountaintop for a reason. I'm just built different.
Absolutely. That's that is good. Some of your matches that you go, you talk about doing it outside. This one here was outside. I know you do a lot inside. Which one do you prefer, inside or outside?
Oh, it's been really hot outside lately, and honestly, I kind of like the outside shows because they just. I feel like it gives me the best lighting for videos and pictures. So, like, social media wise, outside, like midday or like morning, and then like inside is good. I don't know. I like outside better.
Well, outside, even if it is hot, you got a little probably air circulating. And if you're inside, you don't have much air circulating at all.
Exactly. And it's also fun to I got to experience this pretty cool. But if the crowd's really into it, they'll be really loud. They ain't got nothing echoing. You know, they're just going. And if you got them going pretty good outside, you're doing something right.
I'm sure that the crowd gets mad at you a lot. So what's maybe a couple, one or two of the funniest things that someone said to you that's kind of like, that's pretty good. That kind of got me right there. But you couldn't break the character.
Um, and so there's one recently. There's so I beat the crap out of some guy. I made him a landslide of embarrassment, right? Because I'm just great. And there's a kid at the guardrail, and he's just yelling at me like, "You cheated! You did," which I don't cheat. I'm just great, and like just saying, "You cheated! You don't deserve that!" Blah blah blah. And I looked at him and was like, "He's just trying to give me the business." I'm like, "Okay, you can take it." It's like, listen, kid, you're stupid. I don't like your shirt, your green shirt with your weird bleed on it. And this kid turns around and starts crying, running to his mom. And I about started laughing because I didn't really feel bad. I thought, man, that is crazy. But we were walking back, and the mom is right there by me. Like, there's no guardrails at this show. The mom's right there by me. I didn't notice. She's like, I don't care. You're going to apologize to my baby right now. I don't care who you are. I said, okay, I'm sorry for nothing. I'm like, get out of here, woman. I don't know you. I ain't apologizing to no one. I about died crying. That was so funny.
I'm sure you hear a lot of crazy stuff from the fans, especially the further in the woods you get, the crazier some of the fans are. And uh, not only do I have admiration for the bumps that you take, but being able to keep a straight face during all that stuff, because even me and Randy's gone to some places that you wouldn't think that they would be wrestling at, and when they're at those places there, they come out of the woodworks, and you thought you've heard everything at a wrestling match until you go to places like that, and you learn new stuff and you learn new words that you didn't know that really existed.
Yeah, it's there's been some good ones. Like I think some of the older women are always funny because they're just getting into it. Like I don't know what it is with them, but like they just get too invested. Not too invested, but they get pretty invested, and then they just hate you if they hate you, and they like you if you like you, and they'll just say whatever. I'm like, all right, it's a little odd. I don't know if you should be saying that, but thanks for the compliment. It's like,
Now, is it really a compliment or is it a cut down? I guess you can say.
I mean, they're just jealous. Let's be honest. You can't be the mountaintop with good looks and expect people to praise you, even though they should.
Oh, well, that's something I wouldn't know nothing about. QB1, I know you got some more questions.
Hey, I got so tickled at that story. I just cut my mic off so you wouldn't hear me cackling like an old man over here. Hey, Mountaintop, we'll talk about Van Buren here in a minute, and a big challenge for your heavyweight championship. But before we do, tag team wrestling, do you enjoy it or do you like to stay singles?
I like the singles right now, but there's a couple people I tag with. Prince Gabriel, I tag with him any day of the week. But I'm not big on tag. I'm pretty big on singles right now.
Have you had the experience to do something where it was like a 4-man tag or a 3-man tag or a war games type of thing yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we did like an elimination chamber at OCW. That was crazy. That's my
looks.
Yeah, like this is my longest match. I think it was like it's literally like elimination chamber. They got 4 shark cages. I started out and I ended up being the third, or I didn't get out until the last 3. I was in there for about 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was just going. And it was one of the World League guys were there. Big Mike. Yeah. He was there. He was in that match. He's a heavy hitter. So that was a challenge. Jack Parker Jr. is in that match. He's the champion going into it. I think he left the champion because, I got cheated. Let's be honest.
Yes.
I would want. Anytime I lose, I've been cheated. It's just the world does not like me. But
why does people, I don't mean to cut you off, but why does people do that to you? Why do they cheat to win, to beat you?
They're just jealous my raw sex appeal, I think.
I see that. I get you. I understand that.
Future of the sport.
Yeah. This is the face that will run the place. So, but yeah, the elimination chamber, I did something. Oh, this is a great one. You're going to love this. My 3rd match ever, whole wrestling career, Battle Royal, right? With blindfolds.
Oh,
in the dark, outside at night, can't see nothing. 3rd match, like 17, 18, I don't know. I'm like, okay, I'm probably about to break something, but we're going to go for it. I didn't get to win that one, but that was the funnest and scariest match I've ever had, I think. Yeah, I've had
Would
some crazy ones. I just got to think about them.
Would you just run into somebody and lock up? I mean, just
That's pretty much how it is. You kind of just guide with one hand and then grab their bag on their head and go for it.
Now, with it being dark outside and everything, how do the fans watch?
They had spotlights, but like it didn't help me at all. I couldn't see anyone. I mean, I think I got hit in the back of the head at one point. And I was like, "What's going on here?" I thought this was fake. I didn't get the memo. Like, whatever, man. Give me my $2 and a hot dog, my expired pizza coupon. Whatever.
that's a great line. Hey, we've got a big show coming up as we wind down. We got a few more minutes on the podcast. You've got a challenger. First of all, shout out your organization. That was the first question I asked you as we're getting to know each other for the interview. You are in a place where y'all book fairly regular and you can work fairly regular. And I think in earlier development stages of your career, it's good to get out and work as much as possible. Shout your organization out a little bit.
Yeah, we got a American Hostile Championship Wrestling, which is a part. It's kind of like the territories, but it's pretty cool. It's the UWA. They got AHCW, Out of Control Wrestling. They're a part of it. So, like, at least every month, I'm working a UWA show, and I'm at American Hostile. Because I gotta come by, make everyone remember who's in charge. But Grandma's Money Mark, the Mountaintop Austin Everest, Bullwhip Ballard. We're running it. We're just staying in charge. And we got a show coming up, Van Buren, October 18th. I think's what I said. It's on my phone here. I'm looking at it.
That's what you said, yes.
Yeah. People come out. Come enjoy it. Breathe in the presence. Because let's be honest, no one's really getting this much greatness while they're at home. That's what I told a kid in the crowd the other day. This is a good story. They're looking at me. They're like, "What's this guy doing? He's not that special." I looked at him. I looked over at his dad. I looked at his mom. I looked at him. I said, "Kid, don't tell me I'm not special. You're looking at greatness, and I know you don't get to see that at home." So, but come out, experience greatness. The American Hostile Heavyweight Champion will be there. It'll be a good time.
Do you with traveling those territories in wrestling, how often do you defend your title? Is it weekly, or do you have a 30-day clause for title defenses?
Or may I add an or in there? Or are you like some of these other guys that only defends them when they have to?
I could be like that, but with the UWA, like I went to OCW a lot this month, and I got to defend it probably every Saturday. This AHCW show coming up will be the first time I defend it at American Hostile Championship Wrestling. But standing right now, I believe I've had 3 or 4 title defensives, whatever. I've won this thing 3 times. I'm great. Suck it up. And
Love it.
And Van Buren will be the 4th. I get to defend it as much as I want. I don't sit back and say, "I'm too good. I know this. I don't have to defend it." I'm right there in your face. I'm like, "I'm this good. I'm going to show you." Because I'm tired of looking at your funny face. I'm going to go do something special,
Hey, before we jump off the subject, you brought up somebody a minute ago who is one of the most dangerous men in the whole world, I think. Mr. Bullwhip Ballard. What's your association with Mr. Bullwhip?
Bullet Ballard, we've fought a lot, but we're working together really good right now because, grandma's money. She's got a lot of money. She can make it work with anyone. But I like Bullwhip, He's my first match at American Hostile Championship Wrestling, and I've fought Bullwhip a lot. I like fighting him.
Have you tagged Bullwhip?
I have not, but that'd be pretty cool. We're in the same team. I think Grandma pays us enough. I'll tag with Bullwhip.
Now, and Bullwhip does bring a bullwhip to the ring with him, I believe, and it's very loud with that bullwhip. Have you ever been scared that Bullwhip was going to bullwhip himself?
No, but that's a funny thought. No, I never thought about him hitting himself. I was like, man, if he hits me with that bullwhip, I'm beating the fire out of him. So I was thinking, well, but she has hit me with the end of it. But yeah, that's a funny thought though.
Yeah, every time I see somebody snap it, I'm afraid they're going to hit themselves. What is the worst thing you've ever been hit with, though?
Ooh. Let me think here. I don't know. I haven't been hit with a lot. I've been hit with a kendo stick. Man, what have I been hit with? I can't remember. That's how hard I got hit.
There's been a steel chair, I'm sure, somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, there was a steel chair.
Did you ever find out? I'm sorry. Did you ever find out what you got hit with on the blindfold match?
I didn't. I honestly think I got cheated. It felt like it wasn't a fist. I tell you. Man, I got hit like square in the head with a kendo stick before. I've been hit steel chair. Man, I don't know. I would say a kendo stick kind of sucks more because it bends with your skull, which is a unique experience to say. And I don't know. Chairs are just right there. They don't bend at all. Yeah, chair sucks.
Do you remember Max Abel from your time in Knoxville?
I do. Yeah.
We were recently at a show where the Hardcore Championship was a 24/7 defended, and a girl came from behind the concession stand and beat the living snot out of Max Abel with a kendo stick. It wasn't no shoot to it. It was she just hauled off and beat him mercifully with a kendo stick. It might have been the funniest moment I've ever seen in my life. So
that sounds great to experience.
Max was just glad she quit hitting him finally. So,
right, I can see that.
Yeah. Hey, we got about 10 minutes. Let's finish up here. First of all, thank you. And please come back again. We consider anybody that appears once as family, and especially family, as someone as great as yourself. So a door is always open for you. Anytime you want to promote anything, we'll get the check together and we'll get it to you somehow.
I love to hear it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, anytime. We love breaking into new territories, and you're our first. We've got a couple of guys kind of in Memphis. We talked about the Walker 13, which I think would be a great matchup with the Mountaintop.
Let's do it. I'm ready for
it. We got Johnny Faith that's kind of in that Kansas area working. But it's nice to break into that, get somebody in that Missouri area that's working. if I was going to say, okay, no working, what is your goals, short term, long term, for the mountaintop? Where would your dream be to go with this?
Short term, I would love to get to the point where I can travel. Excuse me. Tennessee, go work up there a lot, get with the Kazanas, work the NWA circuit up there with the Crossfire and JCP. OVW.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You already headed to Black Harvest, right?
I'm headed to Black Harvest, gotta do some seminars and just put my name out there. Go work with them, get to where I can travel up there more frequently. OVW. Work on getting my name out there while working on myself, making the mountaintop just peak athleticism and just good looks, like I already am. Just work on me, and then long term, everyone says day to I'll get there, but I want to make a good history. I want to make, like, when I retire one day, if I'm done for good, I want to look back and be like, it's cool what I did, and I'm proud of what I did. And I hope someone else can look at that, and maybe like a little kid watch me on TV, they can see me there. They can look me up, find my story, and be motivated to follow their dreams.
There's so much in your story right there that we hear talking to young wrestlers. It seems everyone wants to travel internationally too, and then come back within the country and go to AEW or WWE or NWA. A lot of desire among the young wrestlers to work in Japan, Mexico, and even in Europe. Is that something to leave the country appeals to you?
Yes, I've thought about it. I think about it a lot. I'd love to go to Japan because their style is unique to watch.
Yes, it is.
And especially if you think about in the older days with Terry Gordy and Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Bruiser Brody, when they go over there, they got more following there because they were that bigger type of wrestler. I'm that bigger type of wrestler. So if I went there, I could show off me, get more publicity, get more knowledge, come back, and I can go somewhere else. I've thought about Australia, UK. It's exciting because wrestling's like everywhere, and I'd like to experience a lot of it.
Mountaintop. And we are both big guys, and I grew up, and I wanted to be where you're at now, but I fell in love with Japanese wrestling, and I guess I've stayed there my whole life. And when you talk about the guys that they're guys that went to Japan and never came back to America, that made great livings over there, and those kind of opportunities exist multiple places now. Like you have ICW in Europe, and I think that's another aspect of this business that not enough young people are willing to pursue. I think going and living in Ireland for a year and working for ICW and would be just great, or going and working for All Japan. And we got a young man right now that's bopping between All Japan and the U.S. And he's not a household name, but there's potential livings, very good livings working in those territories, and don't ever miss a chance to go work at them, because that's great career for you. And especially if you were 5'11", I wouldn't be giving you this little tech lecture or whatever it is. At 6'4", 280, they're begging for you in places around this world, and being the electric superstar that you are.
All right. It's just they can't get enough of me to go around.
That Howie finishes up with your patented Howie Cheney questions.
First of all, Mountaintop, we appreciate you coming on. Glad you got the memo to wear black tonight with the rest of us. So,
Yeah.
that's a plus.
I sent you that memo. You got to swallow me. Come on now. But thanks for having me. We'll skip that part for you. Thanks for having me. I've had fun and I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Like Randy said, you're welcome back anytime. So, first question is going to the ring. What music are you coming out to the ring to?
I got my own custom music right now made by, I know I'm not going to say his name right, but like Robert Carter. He's on my Facebook. I've shared his stuff. He made my own music. It's got my lyrics unique to me. And I just walk out and people just, they hear it and they know it's true because it says what I say all the time, more like what everyone else says. When you're the best wrestler in the world, they don't call you the best wrestler in the world. They call you Austin Everest. So beat me if you can.
Nice. Is it a rock type theme, a metal type theme? What are you working with there?
It's more like a rock theme because what I wanted, so like The Miz, his song is made by apparently
Jim Johnson.
him and it was another band made Cody's Kingdom song.
And I can't think of the name.
State or something.
Yeah.
I sent him their stuff. I sent him the Jim Johnson, The Miz, I Came to Play, or I sent him that. I sent him like Skillet, like Hero, Monster. I said, this is what hypes me up, and this is what I want to walk out to. Besides that, I'm very country music guy. I love Josh Turner right now. I'm like, awesome. But rock music for entrances and wrestling
is the best. Yeah.
Absolutely. And before you go to the ring, is there any ritual superstitions that you got to do?
Sometimes I try to stretch a lot, and then I don't listen to music. I'd like to sometimes, but I also like I kind of gotta sit there for a second and like calm down, kind of remember like, okay, I'm the mountaintop. I know where I've been. I know how I got here. If these people don't like me, I don't care. I'm here to prove I'm the best. They're going to witness the best tonight. I just get in that headspace of I'm better than you, and I'm going to show you.
Awesome.
I just go.
When you're away from the ring, what do you enjoy doing?
I work out a lot. We dirt race sometimes around here, down here, and we got late models and modifieds, street stocks. Play some video games like any young 20-year-old. Just living life.
Absolutely. And the last question I'll ask you real quick is your go-to Waffle House meal.
I haven't been big in Waffle House my whole life, but beginning of my life was really big in it, and lately I have got a great Waffle House order because in Tennessee, me and the boys would hit it whenever we could. I like to get a waffle. I tell them I want the peanut butter chocolate chips. They put them on there. The syrup on, right? All melts together. Just take a knife, spread it across there. It's pretty darn good. And then I get me what do I get? I get me a steak too. Pretty good. Some of the hash browns or whatever. But try to make it proteiny and sweet. I'm a sweet protein guy. I like my sweets, which is not fair when you're trying to cut on a diet.
You're not telling me and the other guy anything new. We're the same way.
Right, yeah. I like the peanut butter, steak, carbs. Just normally a waffle and a steak will do great.
Awesome. Good deal.
After this.
Well, you always got to eat. It don't matter what we talk about.
Yeah.
You have any merchandise, anything out there that you want to put out there to let everybody know what they might could get from you?
Yeah, I got a couple shirts. I sell 3 shirts at my merch. I got a red and a blue one that's on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's only a blue one right now, but I'm gonna get more on there, do more with it. Go over there, get the shirt, best shirt you can get. Let's be honest. And I got this one I'm wearing right now. I got this for graduating. It's me, and it's got the like cross on it, which I like to wear a lot. And in the back, it's got a phrase on it that during Tennessee, I just thought was very appropriate for some people I dealt with my whole life. Some people just don't like me, and I don't care.
If somebody wants to book you somewhere, how can they get in contact with you?
On my socials, I got not a link. I should make it a link, but I got my email on there. Book Austin Everest at gmail.com. I got Messenger, and you can message me on all my socials, but the Gmail would be the best way to do it.
Awesome. And one last thing before we let you go, and it's a tradition on here. Any shout outs you'd like to give to anybody?
The mountaintop Austin Everest, the best wrestler in the world.
Why did that not surprise me? Why did that not surprise me?
That's
I always got to promote yourself, especially when you're just so gosh darn good. You dream about it. Just dream about it, you know. American Hostile Championship Wrestling, Out of Control, just JPWA, Dr. Tom. I thank Dr. Tom for helping me become the mountaintop, because without Tom, I'd still be doing the same stupid gimmick, and which helped me a lot, but gosh, miserable when I did that. Tom helped me find who I was in the mountaintop, and all the guys I went to school with: Prince Gabriel, Johnny Faith, Cortez Allen, the unwritten Justin Tucker. I just hearned her. There's just so many people I would like to thank, because I feel like I've been very blessed to get these connections. Jack Parker Jr., Johnny Dotson, just there's so many people. There's very fortunate.
Good deal. Well, the mountaintop, Austin Everest, we appreciate you coming on. You're more than welcome to come back anytime.
I appreciate it.
Maybe next time we can bump that check up just a little bit more and make it a little bit more worth your while. And if there's anything we can do, just let us know. And any matches that you may want to promote coming up, be sure to let myself or Randy know. We'll get it on River City Media, let everybody know about what the mountaintop is about to take over.
Absolutely. I'd love to come back. I'm just waiting for that pay. That
we'll put
Carson's
another
break.
I know it's going to be another 0, but we'll get it there.
Right, yeah. I trust you. I believe in you.
Good deal. Awesome. So for QB1 Randy Cunningham, I'm the Howard Chaney, and our special guest tonight was the mountaintop, Austin Everest. Good night, everybody.